Last September, during a punishing heatwave in London, Harry Styles sparked a frenzy of thirsty interest when he was photographed stripping down for a refreshing dip in the city's north. The hunky pop star's chosen location, surrounded by thick woodland and away from prying eyes, piqued interest. Hampstead Heath's men's-only bathing pond made headlines in the 1980s and 1990s as a popular gay cruising destination. The Sundeck no longer allows nude sunbathing, but the plein air changing rooms and shared shower facilities remain popular among the city's more free-spirited and hipster residents. Styles has undoubtedly made millions of dollars by embracing a Bowie-esque gender ambiguity and refusing to directly address sexuality speculation. Nonetheless, this snatched image of Styles, who is now estimated to be worth $190 million, at ease among his fellow bathers, reflects the particularly rooted and unassuming character of a man who, according to friends, has avoided the worst excesses of megastardom. Sources close to Styles, who turned 30 last month, reveal that he is now ready for the next chapter in his life, away from the spotlight. And, despite dating his current girlfriend Taylor Russell, 29, for less than a year, Styles is reportedly ready to start a family with the Canadian actress. Harry feels like he's lived 10 lifetimes already, but one thing is certain. His 30s won't be like his 20s. He has had all the fame he could ever want. He is now ready for the next chapter, sources said. He's in love with Taylor. He wants a family with her, and this is the next step in his life. While Styles will undoubtedly continue to make music and explore his acting opportunities, insiders warn fans not to expect any new projects in the near future. Harry no longer needs to prove himself, and he will finally take the time to reap the benefits of his success. That success has been undeniably impressive. The former talent show teen turned modern-day rocker, Taylor, made for a new generation bent on subverting all stereotypes from gender to clothing and sex, is enjoying a newfound place at the top of the Hollywood firmament, having wrapped a 169-date world tour last July that grossed a staggering $620 million and drew over 5 million fans. He has spent the majority of the last 8 months hunkered down with Russell in London's Hampstead Heath, where he reportedly owns 2 sprawling neighboring mansions worth a combined $16 million, and swims regularly in the nearby bathing ponds. It's been a meteoric rise for the working-class son of divorced parents, who used to work shifts at his local bakery as a teenager. Styles dropped out of high school after his mother entered him in the X Factor talent show at the age of 16 in 2010. His teachers described him as cheeky and having lots of friends. Harry feels like he's lived 10 lifetimes already, but one thing is certain. His 30s won't be like his 20s. He has had all the fame he could ever want. He is now ready for the next chapter, sources said. While Styles will undoubtedly continue to produce music, insiders warn fans not to expect any new projects in the near future. Harry no longer needs to prove himself, and he is finally going to take some time to reap the rewards of his success. Simon Cowell, the show's creator and music mogul, then formed One Direction, the boy band Styles co-founded with Niall Horan, Zayn Malik, Liam Payne, and Louis Tomlinson. Though they did not win their season, the band went on to become the show's and Cowell's biggest success story, selling over 70 million records and winning a slew of awards, including 7 Brit and American Music Awards. In 2016, a temporary hiatus turned into a permanent band split when Styles joined powerhouse talent agency KA and signed a musical contract with Columbia Records, much to the chagrin of fans. However, the decision turned out to be advantageous. While his bandmates struggled with their own solo careers, Styles, the group's undisputed star, defied critics who predicted he'd never be able to shake the dated boy band aesthetic. Styles was named Britain's richest star under 30 for the second year in a row last year, after releasing 3 albums in 5 years, the first of which debuted at no point 1 in the US and UK. He earned around $50 million in 2022 alone. He quickly realized he was onto something with his more avant-garde fashion choices, drawing comparisons in the media to eccentric megastars of the past, such as Mick Jagger and David Bowie. Styles' rock star image was solidified with a 2018 Gucci deal and a 2020 Vogue cover, featuring the Italian designer's blue lace trim dress, and sparked a fair amount of controversy. Some critics have accused the gender-bending star of queerbaiting, and capitalizing on the TikTok generation's rejection of traditional masculinity. To be fair, Styles has never outwardly confirmed his sexuality and has instead condemned the need to define one's preferences as outdated. In a 2022 interview with Rolling Stone, he gave his clearest hint yet. "I think everyone, including myself, has their own journey with figuring out sexuality and getting more comfortable with it." However, as befits a rocker lifestyle, Styles has only been romantically linked with a string of A-list women, including Taylor Swift, Kendall Jenner, Emily Ratajkowski, French model Camille Rowe, Olivia Wilde, and, most recently, Taylor Russell. Carolyn Flack, his former girlfriend and the X Factor host, committed suicide in 2020, a tragic event. Friends of Styles, who was 14 years Flack's junior and only 17 when the two briefly dated in 2011, said he was devastated by their split. Styles' mother, Ann Twist, who is thought to have remained close to Flack in the years since, shared a heartfelt poem on social media in the aftermath of her untimely death. More turbulence followed Styles' possibly ill-advised forays into acting. After receiving a relatively warm reception for his breakout role in Christopher Nolan's 2017 World War II blockbuster Dunkirk, critics treated his subsequent roles in gay romance, My Policeman, and dystopian drama Don't Worry Darling less favorably. The BBC criticized Styles' performance in My Policeman as leaden and flat, while The Washington Post called him a novice actor, clearly out of his depth. Don't Worry Darling descended into further farce as rumors of an off-camera feud circulated. After Styles' burgeoning romance with Olivia Wilde, the film's director, began on set in 2021. Reports surfaced that his co-star Florence Pugh was enraged, claiming that Styles was being given preferential treatment in the film's promotional materials. A smattering of perceived red carpet slights between the cast, as well as suggestions that Styles and Wilde had become romantically involved before the end of her marriage to Ted Lasso actor Jason Sudeikis, all overshadowed the film, which currently has a meager 38% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Despite the ferocity of an industry dominated by catty egos, Styles' friends claim he has managed to rise to the top while maintaining a sense of normalcy. Like any other son, the first thing he does when he gets home is raid the fridge, his mother Anne, or Mama Twist as his fans call her, told the Mail last year. He's exactly the same as he's always been. He was very much like he is now, just a smaller version. And maybe he is. But if suggestions that now, at the age of 30, he's ready to start his own family prove true, one wonders if Anne's little boy has finally grown up.